What's up? All right, all right. Let's kick it in. Let's kick it in. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Uma B, Top Badge Uma B here on the Plenty of Fish app. I know if you're on Meetme, you're on Scout, you can see me as well. This is a featured stream. For those of you that don't know, what that means is that the app supports this stream. So we have to ensure that everybody remembers the rules, all right? No cursing, no profanity, no lewd behavior, because you will get kicked, all right? It is a featured stream, and we are recording for our YouTube channel. So that being said, be mindful of what you put in the comments, because everything will live forever on the internet. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you for the flower. So welcome in. My name is Uma B. Like I said, I'm a CEO in real life of the Lotus and Light Metaphysical Center, and I use this featured stream to spread positive vibes, peace, love, light, positivity. All right. We are doing a special for the whole month of February to honor Black History Month. So we will be featuring Black streamers. Today, our special guest is Sunny. She'll be getting in the box at 4:30, and we'll be asking her some questions. She does come with a Black History Month fact, so we'll also be having a little learning as well. Hi, Nurse Joy. Big Mama, what's up? And for those of you that like psychic readings, y'all know me here as a psychic and a medium and a healer. So to bless all of you for the gifts and all the beautiful love that you've been showing me, after my guest leaves the box, we will go ahead and do free readings. All right. And at that point, you would just tell me your question or put a 1 in the comments if you want a general reading, and you will get a free reading. All right. So please sit back, enjoy the show. And we like to greet the new people. We have a lot of oldies in the house. So Lotus Lounge family, there we go. Triple just did it. She might be psychic, y'all. Don't know. You don't know. She might be psychic. Lotus Lounge family, please represent. And when I say that, y'all know what to do. Run those emojis so everybody could see who is in the Lotus Lounge family. The Lotus Lounge family here on streams, we are here to provide peace, love, light, and positivity. So anybody you see with these emojis, either they're in the family or they support. Like Triple L is not in the family, but she supports. So these are the people that you want to go to the streams. Hit a fave on them, all right? We got Savage, we got Nene, we got Sexy Lily, we got Triple L. Who else is in here? Run those emojis up so we can show you guys. Hi, Jay, right? So yeah, these are the people that you guys want to get to know as well. So today we have a great show. I have a great topic. The choices you can make or break you. We have a great guest. Sunny is going to be coming in. And then we're also going to be talking about Black History Month. But before we get all of that, could we just get a moment to bring our energy in, to tune into the divine within us? And let's start with a very generalized opening affirmation. You know, I know some people are opposed to the idea of prayer. So let's just use this as an affirmation, shall we? So if you can, wherever you are, just close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. And let's do that 3 more times. I'd like you to breathe in all the positive energy around you and exhale all your worries, your fears, your concerns that got no place in your body, okay? So nice deep breath in. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale and exhale. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. If you can, keep your eyes closed and repeat these affirmations with me, all right? I am powerful. Repeat it with me. I am powerful. I am worthy. I am special. There we go. Thank you, Savage. Thank you, Eddie. I am love. Ooh, do you feel that? I am love. Yes, Lily. Lily, baby. I am a miracle. If you guys knew all that has to conspire to bring you about, to make you be born on this planet, you are a miracle. Don't ever forget that. I am creative, right? You're creating your life exactly the way you want it to be. And if your life is not the way you want it to be, remind yourself that you are co-creating it with your source. So step up, right? Step up and take the reins and make this life what you want it to be. I am a magnet for miracles. Ooh, who would love that? Would you like to be a magnet for miracles? From the minute you open your door and you step out, just one thing after the other happening for you. Yes. And I've had days like that. It is the most beautiful thing, right? Just all the green lights, somebody buying you coffee, your coworkers being nice to you. It's just beautiful, right? I live in abundance. Ooh, repeat that one with me. I live in abundance. Now, before we move on to our topic for today, I'm going to give you a special little treat and pull some of you guys some powerful affirmations until 4:15. So I have 4 minutes and I'm just going to go to whoever puts a 1 in the comments. Let's get you your affirmation of the day and see what Spirit has for you. Eli, I am mindful. As I move through my day, my body, my mind, and soul are aligned with my higher self. Prettiest Nikki, I am powerful. I am becoming more understanding, conscious, and self-aware each day. Beautiful. Savage, I am vibrant. I honor my boundaries and radiate confidence. Angie, I am present. Today I will pay close attention to the ideas that flow to me. Spirit speaking, are you listening? Sexy Lily, I am ready. My intuition is always guiding me. I trust my decisions. Are you ready for your level up, Lily? Baby Cakes, I am persistent. My potential is limitless. Wow. Do you feel the power of that? Hude Baby, I am balanced. These are great affirmations. I listen to myself and honor all my needs. Eddie, I am courageous. Beautiful. I have the power to create anything I desire in my life. I did one for you, Sexy Lily. It is, I am ready. My intuition is always guiding me. I trust my decisions. There you go. All right. Anyone else would like affirmation? These are not readings. The readings will come at the end of the show, but I'm just doing a little affirmations. All right. Heart Lady, I am intentional. I am consciously creating a life I love. Lily Baby, I didn't do you, but here is yours. I am open. My higher guidance communicates with me through ideas. I will stay open to receiving messages everywhere. Hi, Meta. Thank you, Lily. Nene, Danae, I am generous. I will stay open to receiving good and generously giving good. Gif, I didn't do yours. Here is yours. I am aligned. Today I choose to release all beliefs, peoples, and energies that no longer serve my highest and greatest good. Afro, I am grateful. Put a 1 in the comments if you'd like your affirmation before we start our show. Gratitude awakens the good to unfold in my life. Thank you. Jenny Sassy Pants, I am compassionate. Every person in my life is either a lesson for me or I am a lesson for them. Metaphysical. By the way, Metaphysical, Top Badge loading. He has a featured stream Mondays at 11 a.m. Hit him with the fave. Another great feel-good show. I am resilient. Failures do not define me. They fuel my growth. All right. So thank you to everybody who participated to receive their affirmation. I appreciate that. Today, we're going to talk about our choices. I wrote a blog this week about we take our choices for granted. We get up in the morning, and from the minute we get up to the minute we go to bed, we're just making choices the whole day. And we're not really paying attention to what we're doing. But did you know your choices can make or break you? So I have my blog. I'm going to read it, and then I would love for you guys to discuss with me what you think about the blog. All right? Are we ready? Put a 1 in the comments if you're ready to hear the blog, The Choice That Makes or Breaks You. I want to remind everybody, welcome in. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge, a featured stream here on the app. If you do act up in the comments or troll, you will get kicked and possibly banned from the app. So be good, do good, and let's get into this blog, all right? The choice that makes or break you. You are probably sick and tired of hearing Uma remind you that your thoughts create your reality. But this time I have a little twist on things. Yes, your thoughts do create your reality, but did you know that your choices are part of the package for a successful life? Let me explain using myself as an example. Recently, I was talking to a friend one evening, and even though I usually enjoy our conversations, I couldn't settle into it because I was having a disagreement with another friend. The conversation from that person was still on my mind when I answered the phone and still unsettled within me. I listened to my friend talk about their day, but I could not get invested in the conversation because my mind kept going back and replaying comments made with my past friend. How many times has that happened to you? You're trying so hard to move on from something disappointing in your life, but you can't get over it. It's still stuck in your brain, right? Because I really wanted peace and quiet to decipher the previous conversation, I began getting irritated with my friend on the phone because they, who were, by the way, oblivious to my afflictions, just kept talking and disrupting my analysis time. Stop. I literally heard myself think this thought. Stop, Uma. And I stopped what I was thinking about and paid attention to my body. Did you know that just from thinking about that unsettling conversation, my body was in distress? I had hair standing up the back of my neck. My heart rate was pulsing rapidly. My palms were sweaty and I was feeling anxious. All of this over a conversation. As my friend kept talking, I focused on my breathing and slowed it down as I unconsciously started breathing fast. I then turned my attention to my friend and tried to engage my energy with them. When they made a statement, I asked a question. Well, I just ate lunch and I'm about to head back to work. What did you eat? At first, it was bothersome because all of me wanted to focus on the previous conversation with the friend who upset me. But I was determined to get off of that and involve myself in something lighter. It worked. Even though the first few interactions were difficult for me, I eventually eased off my attention to the other matter and allowed my interest in this conversation to take over. Voila! It was like magic. By the end of our conversation, I felt happy and joyful again as I reconnected with this friend, and we ended up having a great conversation that was satisfying. When I hung up the phone, I was filled with deep appreciation of all the tools I have learned and shared throughout my coaching history, because I was able to refocus on something more positive and take my attention off something negative. Most times when we have an adverse reaction to something, we don't notice it. You have to train yourself to take you out of the downward momentum spiral and get back to your energetic set point. It's a simple story, yes, but years in the making. What I did sounds easy, but it took me 20 years to figure that out. I've had to work on my reactive nature, my trauma responses, my old stories to give myself the option to choose better and choose differently. Making the choice for better sounds easy, but it is one of the hardest things you have to do when all you've known is pain. This week, I urge you to observe your behavior, your thoughts, and your actions within yourself and while interacting with others. It's not going to be automatic in the beginning, but in time, you will catch yourself feeling off sometimes as soon as it starts. Remind yourself that your choices pick the path you walk on. If you're feeling good within yourself, your choices are healthy. If you constantly feel the drain and strain of life, then your choices need some work. Here are some things you can start to analyze right now to see if they're adding or detracting from your quality of life. So I'm going to ask these questions and simple yes or no. I want you to respond in the comments. This is an interactive show. Welcome in, everybody. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge. It is a featured stream. And we're going to play this game where I'm going to ask some questions and let's take inventory of your life and see if these choices are making your life easier or they're kind of bringing you down a little bit. All right. Okay. Number one, are the people you spend the most time with full of love and peace? Do they add to your life? Yes or no? Thank you for the faves. Appreciate that. Beautiful. So we got a lot of yeses and we have a some. And it's interesting for those of you that are writing some, was that shocking for you to really be honest about that and say, wait a minute now, there's one or two people that don't really add to my life. And then what are you going to do about it, right? Is it like a little bit of a like, let me pay attention to that, right? What about family though? Family is family, but at the end of the day, if it affects your peace, you can't get rid of family, but what can you do? What can Jake do? If he has negative family members, he can't get rid of them, but he can spend less time with them, right? The thing is we train people how to respond to us. If we put up with anything, then everyone is welcomed into our life to give us anything. But if we train people to respond to us with kindness, with love, with compassion, with patience, then they have no choice but to do that or to miss your presence. Setting boundaries, that's a big thing, right? Okay. Number two, are you living a generally healthy lifestyle? Are you getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, eating nutrient-dense foods? Yes or no? Wow, look at this. A lot of no's coming in. Okay. Does that make you more aware that it might be affecting your mind, body, spirit, connection? Are you feeling, okay, I just realized that maybe I might be cranky every day because I'm not getting enough sleep or enough food or, nutrient rich food, right? Could be better, right? So remember, none of these questions are meant to judge you. They're just meant to place these thoughts into your head. What can I do better? How can I make my choices better so that way they affect my life in a more positive way, right? Number three, are you steadily working towards your goals or indulging in wasteful activities? Yes, I'm steadily working towards my goals. No, I am not. I'm indulging in wasteful activities. So tell me yes or no. Food, that's really good, Nurse Joy. 50-50. Yes, I'm steadily working towards my goals. Love that. Trying. Thank you for your honesty. So here's the thing. If we're not working towards our goals, how are we ever going to get there? Right? How are we ever going to get there? One of the things I get made fun of is I'm a Capricorn. So a lot of people are like, your daily schedule, could put a CEO to shame, like a Wall Street broker to shame. But I have to be on top of it. You know why? Because if I allow myself any sort of lax time, it will go left. I can spend 7 hours on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, good people. I could spend 7 hours on TikTok. So Uma has to do her day, and it looks something like this, right? 7 to 8 a.m. meditation and yoga, 8 to 9 a.m. gym, 9 to 10 a.m. relax. I get an hour to like shower, get some food, get some nourishment, maybe watch a show, maybe listen to a podcast. 10 to 12 p.m. stream. 1 to 3 p.m. clients, work at my center. 3 to 5 p.m. take the kids to the gym, housework, duties, laundry, mom stuff, making dinner, right? 5 to 7 p.m. Uma's personal time, relax. 7 to 8 p.m. teach classes. 8 to 10 p.m. stream. 10 to 12 p.m. 12 a.m. personal time, and then 12 a.m. bed, right? You have to schedule your days, because if you don't schedule your days and you don't keep to a schedule, then you're just kind of floating about, right? Yeah, the routine is so important, and that is part of what makes your life even better. All right. Number 4, are you indulging in spirituality? Now, I use the term spirituality because some of us are religious, some of us are spiritual. So, yes or no, do you have a spiritual life? Right? No, no, yes. Okay. Because one of the things we realized in science is that we are multidimensional beings, and there's 3 parts to us. There's the body, there's your mindset, and then there's your spirit. So what are you doing every day to honor your body, your mind, your spirit, right? For my spiritual activities, I meditate. For my mind activities, I read, I listen to podcasts. For my body activities, I go to the gym, I work out, I walk, I lift weights, right? So, what are you doing every day to grow yourself on those levels? Those are the questions you want to start asking. So, you don't have to wait for something to happen. You can start making choices right now, such as you can limit or cut off interactions with people on a downward spiral. You're not punishing people, but if you have that friend who's always drinking, always smoking weed, always hanging out, always gossiping about people, always in other people's businesses, always living on social media, not pursuing goals or whatever, why do you want to invest a lot of time in that person, right? Allow yourself to see that person maybe once a month, maybe once a week, maybe once every 3 months. All right. I do have friends like that. People think all my friends are bosses. They are, most of them. But the ones that are just kind of here for a good time, I don't see them that much. And I limit my interaction with them because like attracts like. If you're around energy like that, you invite that energy into you, right? They have a saying, birds of a feather flock together. Have you guys ever heard that saying? Birds of a feather flock together. So, what does that mean? That means that we are a product of the company that we keep. If you have a lot of people that are involved in a lot of drama and trauma and gossip and bad behavior, eventually that is going to become you too. All right? You got to know. You got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to hold them. Kenny Rogers. All right? Thank you. Thank you for the flower. By the way, that's the Lotus Lounge flower. We claim that flower. Number 2, surround yourself with happy, motivated, ambitious people. The funny thing is, people think that I've always been a CEO my whole life. No, I was actually hanging out with CEOs when I was just working like a receptionist or a secretary. And I was hanging around my friends that were big bosses. They had their own company, their own clothing line, their own businesses. They were traveling the world. But you know why I was hanging around them? Because I was learning. I was watching and I was learning. I have these 2 great best friends that I've been best friends with since I was growing up. And one of them makes 6 figures a year working in New York for a CEO of a very high prestigious firm. The other one was working for American Express, met Bill Clinton, being there for like over 20 years. And I learned from them the kind of lifestyle that I needed to have, right? To attract that kind of energy into my life. So I'm grateful to those ladies because they put me on the path of staying focused, staying committed, and growing and up-leveling yourself, right? So that's what you can start with. You can surround yourself with happy, motivated, ambitious people, and then they can show you a better way. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. All right. You can start cleaning up your life by setting your schedule for the week to include enough rest, hydration, and nourishment. So, like I told you, if you saw my calendar for the days for the week ahead, you'll be like, when does this lady rest? But I do it that way because I have to schedule time to eat. Put a one in the comments if you've ever had that happen. You've been so busy the whole day, you forget to eat. Don't tell anybody. Definitely don't tell King because he gets mad at me for that. But it happens a lot more, as we can see, right? A lot more than we're supposed to. That's why when my partner calls me, the first thing he'll ask me is, did you eat today? Because, sometimes you get caught up in stuff, So I have to actually put it on my schedule, 9 to 10 a.m. Eat, to remind myself, like, just put something in your mouth, an apple, some oatmeal, something, right? All right. And the last thing, start a daily meditation practice to set your energy before you even leave your bedroom. Put a one in the comments if you meditate. I actually don't leave my bedroom until I've done my yoga and I've done my meditation. I am a streamer. I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook. Being around other people's energies can affect your mental. Do you guys understand that? Does that make sense? You got to know who you are before you come into social interactions with other people. Because if you don't know who you are, there are some really sneaky people on here that are going to try to get to tell you who you are. No, ma'am. No, sir. I know who I am. And you could have an opinion of me and you could have your perception of me, right? But that got nothing to do with me. So, start analyzing your choices in life and see where you are promoting your best interest or investing in going nowhere vibes. And you will start to clean up your energetic imprint. You got this. All right. I believe in you and I believe you can have a happily ever after where your choices make your future look big and bright. So welcome in everybody. For those of you that just came in, this is my featured stream. We just finished talking about my blog. For those of you that missed it and want to hear about it, it is on my website, thelotusandthelight.com. You can find out more about that, what I just read, and read through it again and learn about how your choices can make or break you. Are we ready for our featured guest today? Her name is Sunny. She is a streamer on here. She's an admin for some other top badges on here, including, actually, I don't know. I'm going to let her talk about it because I can't remember all the shows that she's admin for. But Sunny has been a force on here. She's amazing. And in celebration of Black History Month, I chose Sunny because she's a powerful speaker and I wanted her to speak words of wisdom over us. So can you please help me welcome Sunny in by putting clapping hand emojis or fire symbols in the comments, and let's welcome in my sis, Sunny. Hello, my love.
Oh, how are you?
I am well. How are you? You look gorgeous today.
I wasn't ready for that.
I record, right, for my YouTube. So you're going to be out there, ma'am. You're going to be out there in
Woo.
bright light.
Girl, I just finished recording from my upcoming featured. So I just came from the kitchen.
I love that. Sunny, it's always a blessing to talk to you. So I'm going to jump right in because you and I, girl, we could talk forever.
Yes. Yes.
It is Black History Month. So the questions are going to be more geared towards that. But before I get into those questions, could you tell people a little bit about yourself outside of streams? Who's Sunny? What is Sunny about?
Sunny outside of stream is somebody who's still Sunny on stream in a lot of ways. I am still that silly, that goofy, we can hang around, but don't push the limit. I love to cook. I love music. I love to dance. I love my children. I spend a lot of time with my grown children. They're 26, 32, 34, and 36. And I spend a lot of time with my grown children. I spend a lot of time with my beautiful, beautiful grands. One of them turned 1 today. My youngest grandbaby turned 1 year old today, baby Chase. And I have a 3-year-old grandchild son and a 6-year-old granddaughter. So I spend a lot of time with them. I do IT work. I run a catering business. I run a skincare line. I do a lot of stuff off the app. A lot of stuff off the app. Thank y'all. I do a
I
lot of stuff
love
off
it.
the
I love it.
app.
I know. I love the love that you're receiving, and she deserves it,
Yes,
y'all.
I
She's such
am.
a
Like, you see me keep smiling.
amazing, like a permanent smile.
Yes.
Y'all gotta fave Sunny. She has this great show. What is your show on Tuesday night called? Could you tell them about your stream?
Yes. Taboo topics. That is something I started like 3 months into trying to stream. I had streamed all about 5, 6 times. And one thing that I noticed just in life and on app, nobody wants to address those serious issues. People didn't want to, but at the same time, if you had this many people not wanting to address this many, those issues, you had this many who wanted to and needed to. So it was, for me, it was just me coming to a new plateau in my life where I was tired of secrets. I was tired of not talking about this. I was tired of people talking to me about this, and this, but they would never speak it to the person, or they would say they didn't know how, or how do I do this, and how did you get over this? And I was like, you know what? We're gonna have taboo topics, those hush hush topics that the stay in the house, what happens in the house stays in the house, things like that, or no, you can't talk about this and that because it'll cause too much confusion and hurt people's feelings. You have to be politically correct and all that stuff. And it's like taboo topics may never be featured because we're going to talk about any and everything. And it just turned out to be wonderful where people message me in the background, hey, Sunny, I have been free of drugs for 10 years and I'd love to tell my story on your show. Hey, Sunny, I'm living with adult autism. This is what I want to tell you, my story. Would you tell the story but not give my name? I get a lot of that. So a lot of times the topics that we have is not just a topic I've come up with, but somebody has sent me something and said that I need this, I need that. And when I was thinking of stopping, and it was one day we were having one, and I saw so many people coming in saying, I needed this. I have childhood traumas. This happened to me as well. Wow, I didn't know this many people were dealing with it. Things like that. So that's what Taboo Topics is. It's Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. Like I said, we are unofficially featured, is what I call it. We are unofficially featured on that show.
I love it. I love it. Unofficially featured. I love it.
Yes.
We speak it into existence. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? We speak it into
Yes.
existence.
Yes.
Wow. So aside from your unofficially featured stream on Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern,
Yes.
do you stream regularly? Are there other streams that you do? And then what the other streams that you do, what are they about? So if people wanted to come and fave you, what are they about?
Well, I can tell you all, I always say, welcome to Sunny's Place. This is a safe place. Come on in, take your shoes off, have a seat on a big comfy couch, sit at the table, at the counter, whatever. Just don't get any cigarette or cigar holes in my leather furniture. Come on over. It's a safe place. Sunny's Place, you can come in and you can do ad lib. You can view music. I love musicians to come in and just play. I love DJs come in and do music. I am transitioning. Normally, I am a 9 p.m. Eastern streamer. Taboo Topics, 9 p.m. Eastern. Old School and Brown Liquor, 9 p.m. Eastern. That was on Friday. So we're switching to Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern with DJ Swift Hands. It's going to be my house DJ now. So we'll be doing Old School and Brown Liquors on Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. I am up for my featured show, which is what I was just recording. That's why I said, oh, I'm running late. Let me go. I'll be having a featured show on Wednesday afternoons at 3 p.m. So y'all can come to me, then head on over to Uma at 4.
I love that. Yay.
Yeah, and we'll be remaking things, making fast food, doing that Chinese takeout, things like that. Like yesterday, I did a cooking stream and I cooked rosemary garlic chicken, broccoli, garlic parmesan mashed potatoes, and glazed carrots, right? So today, what I made out of that was mini shepherd's pie and broccoli fritters with a gravy and 2 dipping sauces, and I made a drink. So, I used the same broccoli from yesterday and added the cheeses and the eggs and the bread and stuff like that and made fritters. The chicken And the carrots from yesterday, I added some sweet peas to them and made a gravy and put the potatoes from yesterday on top. Whole new meal, whole new meal, whole new meal. So that's what
Oh
we'll be
my
doing.
gosh. Oh, guys, we got to hit her with the fave and we got to check out this featured show because that sounds, yeah, I'm hungry.
I
I
know,
know.
because my main thing I like to focus. My daughter said the name of it should be. She said, "Mom, I was thinking about stuff you used to say," and she said the other day I was about to stop and get something, and I said to myself, "You got that in your kitchen. You got it in your kitchen. You got rice. You got some onion, green onion, red Spanish onion, whatever onion. You got some salt and some pepper, some garlic or some garlic powder. You got some chicken or some shrimp. You can make you some fried rice in 3 minutes. Old rice. Don't throw your old rice away. You can make you some fried rice with it. Fried rice."
I did not think of it because I always end up throwing away rice. So I'm gonna have to
Don't,
really like think about that. I'm gonna call you and be like, what I gotta do with this rice again?
girl. Saute whatever veggies and onion and garlic you want in it, some little bit of ginger. Put that rice on top of it. If you got sesame seed oil, put it across the side. Put your soy sauce on it. Mix it up. That's your fried rice. That's it.
Oh, amazing. I'm gonna go.
50
I'm gonna go
cent,
cook
and we
rice.
go pay $8 for it.
That part. Welcome in, everybody. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge. We have our featured guest here, Sunny, and she's talking to us about her life, her streams, her
Yeah,
new featured show coming up on Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Eastern.
yeah.
And now I want to turn to the topic because it
Okay.
is Black History Month.
Yes.
And before I start, did you have a fact for us for Black History Month? Were you
And I'm
able to
gonna
get a
tell
fact?
you, I am just that girl. You know how I am, but I don't want everything to be like everybody else's. And
Good.
my thing was, I said, I don't want a Black history fact that people use over and over again. So I actually have two. They're quick ones, but I do have two. One is dubbed the hip hop's first godmother by Billboard. Singer and music producer Sylvia Robinson produced the first ever commercially successful rap record, Rapper's Delight by Sugar Hill Gang. And along with her husband, she co owned the first hip hop label, Sugar Hill Records. And that got me because women fought so hard to get into the rap industry. And it turned out the first official rap record was produced by a Black female. So
Wow. I
that
did
was
not know.
one.
Did you
Yeah,
guys
I
do
know,
this record?
right? And then the
Wow.
other one is first published in 1936. The Negro Motorist Green Book was a comprehensive guide for Black travelers about locations across America and eventually overseas that were either Black owned or didn't engage in segregation practices. The guide was printed for 30 years. It stopped publication in 1966, 2 years after the Civil Rights Act was passed. I never knew that. And especially for it to have gone on for 30 years, a place that African American Black people could go and not have to worry about the racism, the prejudices, and things like that. And the reason I had to do this one, because this ended in 1966. I was born in 1966. So,
Wow.
yeah, so those two stood out the most for me.
Lee, I cannot. Lee with his name changes. I can't. It's my friends. My friends trolling me is I can't. Okay.
They're the worst ones because they know everything about us. So they're the perfect trolls.
No. Thank you. Welcome in, everybody. This is Uber's Lotus Lounge. It is a featured stream, and we are interviewing the beautiful Sunny. By the way, if you guys want to be a guest on my show, you're more than welcome. Hit me on Instagram. I'd love to have all you streamers on here and showcase what you do. So the first thing I want to ask you in terms of Black History Month is people think I am American. I am American, but I lived in other countries before settling in America.
Okay.
So the Black History Month, the slavery and everything, it is not new to me, but it was unknown to me, and I had to learn over the years. So one of the questions I like to ask my African American friends is, what does Black History Month mean to you personally, on a personal level, outside of the politics and the
Mhm.
commercialism? What does Black History Month mean to you?
Black History Month means to me um, one of the other that is one of the other 11 Black History months. Uh, but
I get
but
that.
you get that? Okay, all right. But for me, it is finally because, as you were saying about, you knew about but didn't know about the slavery situation. I have a grandmother that died at 107. So I have close family that were involved in slavery, because she died at 107 when my oldest daughter was a little girl, and my oldest daughter is 33, is 30, 31, I'm sorry. So she actually was a part of it. So my grandparents were actually a part of it. So when we speak on the what Black History Month, for me, I reflect a lot when it's Black History Month. Not taking anything away from where we are now, because we're midway. We're not at the end. We're like in a midway. We're in middle school. We're in middle school. We haven't made it to high school yet. But just I think back on how my grandparents were, how my aunts were, how my uncles were. And then that takes me to how my parents are and how my friends' parents are, things like that. And it's a time of reflection, to see where I am. Well, first off is where my grands are,
Right.
how they are, how they move around the world, how the world moves around them, how they're accepted, not accepted. Then I can think about the next generation with my children, how they move, how did they move, how were they accepted 20 years ago, how are they accepted now? And then I can bring it to myself. Same thing. How was I moving in high school, in college, in my 30s? How am I moving now? And then compare that to what my mom and my dad, and then go on to say what my great aunts and uncles and what my grandparents were dealing with. And it's just like a revolution, an evolution type thing. So the Black History Month means a lot of reflecting to me. It's a lot of the time for us, for me personally, to do that reach out to my ancestors in that spiritual way.
Yeah.
And it's been happening, my sister Uma, every time I'm at them, every time I'm thinking about something, and I go past something that has a time on it, is either 222, 333, is 444, is 8, no, 666, whatever. It's all three numbers all the time. One day it happened 3 times when I was deliberating with my spirit, with my soul about something. And I was talking with my daughter, and I went to the microwave. It was 222. I went back to warm up my coffee. It was 333. And we were still talking. I went to do something else. It was 444, And then I was talking to somebody the next day. It was 222. And all I say is, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. That's that people are doing mental health Mondays, or one of my daughter-in-laws to be, she does Ancestry Wednesdays. I believe her day is Wednesdays. That's when she doesn't do anything. She doesn't do anything, and she will just sit and meditate, or she'll sleep, or she'll write, and she'll read. But that's her ancestry day, because we do have to. So Black History Month for me is that reflection. And just, even if you don't know anything about all the other generations, yours and your children, and yours and your parents. And that's enough for you to have a lot of reflecting time, a lot of reflecting time, because my grandmother could never be doing this. She could never be a
Right.
live streamer. She could never be doing that. My mom's generation, they could never be doing, she could never be an IT person. That's not something. She couldn't own an IT business. She couldn't have owned a catering business. They were still having to sneak in and, only have those certain positions in places. And even like in the services, my best friend is, I know 3 women of color that are ex Air Force. That wasn't happening at a time. We were front line to
Right.
be the foot soldiers. And the foot soldiers, that front line, you get everything. You get the heat. It was not even thought of about people of color, especially women of color, retiring from the Air Force, that type thing. So it's a lot of reflecting on where we are, where we were, where we are, where we're going. and what steps do I need to do. But no matter what steps I set for myself for this month, it's always to reflect. And actually, Meta did a reading with me not too long ago, and he was finished, and he came back, and he's like, no, they have something else to say to you. And I was told to tell you that the hands of your ancestors are guiding you.
Mm.
Whatever it is you're doing, thinking of doing, or getting ready to do, I was told to tell you that the hands of your ancestors are guiding you in every way you need it. And it has been manifesting all year.
I
It
love
has been
that. Yes.
manifesting itself all year. If I don't know how to do something like what I cooked yesterday, I had
Yeah.
never cooked that before.
Oh,
What
you're
I
just
fixed,
channeling.
I had never done the chicken in air fryer. I had never done it. I had never used that technique I used. I've never made mini shepherd's pie before. But I said, I'm like, what am I going to fix tomorrow? And it just came. I was like, okay. And I'm all day, I've been like, are they going to turn out right? Are they going to turn out right? And they're so pretty. They turned out really, really pretty, and they're really, really good. So I just say, thank you. It's just guided by the hands of my ancestors. And somebody
I
came in
love
my
that.
stream last night. I never knew him. He said a lot of people use this loosely, but for some reason I'm drawn to say this to you. Trust the process. That
Yes.
everything that's there for you is working itself out. Trust the process. And I don't even know who he was. He just came in and told me that and left. He said just trust the process. So I'm trusting the process that my ancestors have, the path that they've made for me. I'm trusting when they tell me, don't you put another foot in that direction, go that way. I'm trusting the process of my ancestors.
I love that. I love that. Yes, clap it up for Sunny, y'all.
Thank
She is just
you.
killing us with some knowledge. At some point, I do want to bring you just to my room to talk about your grandma who lived to 107. I
Yes.
actually don't have a show tonight because Tender is working. We usually do Wellness Wednesday, but I'm thinking
Yeah.
I might try to just do a Black History Month special tonight and share your ancestor stories. That might be a good one for tonight. So I'll talk about it with Sun Moon because I know
Okay.
we were going to do something tonight.
Just
Um,
message. We used to bump heads because I was born in Chicago and she was from that slave time, and I was born in Chicago.
I want to hear, like, put a one in the comments if you would love Sunny to come back tonight at 8 p.m. and talk about what her grandmother knew. Like, I want to know. That was somebody who actually was in the slave trade. Like, wow. And I know you got some stories for that, you
Yes,
know?
but that's where that
Um,
initial cooking comes from. That's where that initial.
yeah.
It was some certain meals she would cook, and I don't want this. And she said, "Oh, you just a city girl," and I love those meals now. I absolutely love those meals. And that's where I started my baking from. My grandmother was a baker, So yeah, we can talk about Grandma Katie.
No,
We can
we're
talk
going to
about
talk
Mom
about
Katie
grandma
wearing
tonight.
red lipstick at 100 years old.
What are you talking about, lady? You deserve that, ma'am. You
She
deserve that.
did. She did.
Um, I know we could talk forever, but I got to give these people their free readings. You know how they get in here. But before I get you out, my next question is a little bit more personal.
Okay. Oh, no, go ahead.
A little bit
I'm
personal.
here for it.
We do have, this is an app that is worldwide. So we have people in here that are not from America. By the way, if you're not from America, rep your country, put your flag or
Yes.
your country's name in the comments. We just welcome you and we just want to say hi. So in America, we do have still racial issues, hashtag Black Lives Matter.
Mhm.
We're having senseless, in my mind, senseless killings that are happening here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
My next question to you is, what does it mean to you being Black
Mhm.
in this day and age in America? What is that like for you? Is it
Mhm.
fearful? Is it happy? Is it joyful? Is it prideful? If it's like, what is this for you? This experience for those of us that are not from America or not of of your ethnicity.
It's a lot. It's all of that. It's fearful. It's pride. It's hopeful. It's a lot of it. It just depends on what's going on. Some of it depends on what's going on in the world. Because when all the inciting a riot things were going on because of where I live, there was a very big tension about being out. So there was a fearful there, because of skin color. So sometimes it is fearful. It was fearful for me raising two boys. The girls were one thing, the boys were another thing, but my children were mixed. Um, and for me, and like I did my DNA ancestry and found out that I am almost as much in the African American as I am Scottish. I'm 20% Scottish and 40% Nigerian. So I'm almost as much Scottish as I am Nigerian, you know? So, but it is a fearful still is there because depends on where we are, depends on what social media is promoting, depending on what the politicians are promoting. It can be very fearful for us, that it can. But on the prideful side is like seeing my children being able to not have to do the same struggles that I did, you know, and seeing them being able to be taken for their intellect, not just on being an athlete, you know, because that was one of the biggest things were black children, especially the male black children, they were had to be the athletes in college. And that was one of the most prideful times for me was when my oldest son was going to college and he was offered academic scholarships and he was offered athletic scholarships. And I was like, okay, which one do you want? Which one do you want to do? And he said, Mom, I will not be another statistic. And I said, what do you mean by that? He said, I will not take a scholarship for athletics and be another statistic of another young black man getting into college because of sports. So he took the academic scholarship. That was one of the most prideful moments for me. Another one was like my youngest daughter, who's an artist, and this is her. She made this Black History.
I'm like, you're gonna have to hook me up with sis because I
that
was
that
looking
that
at
that's
it.
her artistry. But she ended up at a school called Savannah College of Art and Design. There was only two colleges that she wanted to go to, but she was being, this was when I tell you, for it to be the baby, she went out with a bang. Harvard, Yale, Kennesaw, Georgia State, University of Georgia, all these big schools were after her. And she said, Mom, I want to, it's only two schools I want to go to. And I was like, but this is a really good school. This is Northwestern. This is Loyola. This is Harvard. This is Harvard, you know? And she's, no, Mom, it's only two schools that I want to go to. So she did those and she got in those. And I was like, well, she got what she wanted. She did what she had to do to get it. She stuck to her guns. And SCAD is harder to get into than Harvard and Yale because the of color population is less than 10% at that school. And this is a school that tuition when she went to college was 33,000 a year.
Oh wow.
That was just the tuition. That's no housing. That was just the tuition. But she got $100,000 in scholarships just from the school. That was pride. So you know, it's not just an overall pride, but when I see those that I am personally involved with, those in my circle, you know, my inner circle, then I've got my middle circle and that outer circle, seeing them being able to break through boundaries, that's what does it for me. That's what does it. I have a friend that makes $500,000 a year, a female, a gay female in IT making $500,000 a year. I have another female friend who's a GM for a major restaurant chain. Then, you know, and seeing how my son went to be law clerks for governors and for senators and things like that. Just seeing those things, those are my prideful moments. I appreciate and I adore and I have a sense of pride when you see these other things. But a lot of times what we're seeing are celebrities hitting those plateaus. So for me, that pride and that Black history pride that comes in is when I'm seeing those of us that I see on a daily basis doing that grind and breaking that ceiling and breaking boundaries. That is just the thing for me. That is it.
How many of you feel motivated and inspired by Sunny's story to actually want to break the doing? Right? Can I get a one in the comments? I mean, as a, foreign woman, Indian, East Indian descent woman,
Mhm,
I want to break ceilings too, right? How many of you, because for me, when you look at TV,
mhm,
Mindy Kaling, right? She's a funny comedian, actress, Indian, but it's like it's either we have to be really funny or really sexy.
mhm.
The girl who married that Jonas Brothers, I forgot her name, Chopra, Priyanka Chopra, right? So it's like for Indian women, we just have to either be very gorgeous, very sexy, or very funny. And I'm just like, why can't we just be normal, like just a normal Indian girl on there, just I don't know,
Yeah, like
hanging out.
that's like with black women, we had to be either the neck rolling, from the street girl, or we were the drug addicted one trying to find her way, showing body. That's how it used to be for us. We were either showing body or we were being showing body or we were destitute. And it's not that's the biggest thing for me. And like I said, these celebrities, that doesn't do it for me. I'm not knocking anybody, but those people that are there, that doesn't do it for me. That doesn't do it for me. But like it was
Yeah.
a like one thing that was really good for me was Morehouse College. It's just HBCU, and it's co-ed now, but it was all male for a long, 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 long time up until recently. And someone actually paid off all the tuition, all the student loans for the entire graduating class.
See,
That was pride for me.
that's the kind of celebrity I would want to be. If I became a millionaire, y'all heard it here
He
first.
wasn't a
Uma would want to
celebrity.
pay.
And the person who did it wasn't a celebrity. It was just it was a black guy who had made it, and he paid off the student loans and any tuition for the entire graduating class. And I believe this is his third year to do it this year. That makes me feel proud. That makes me feel, because nobody knew him until then. And now he's starting things. And I think there's, when I heard it the other day, I think he's trying to raise like $2 billion a year to make this something that happens at these HBCUs, to make sure that they're graduating with no debt. Make sure they're
I
graduating with no debt.
love
That
that.
I'm proud of.
Yeah. Ooh, wow. Y'all, please, we're at the end of our show, but clap it up. Listen, I will do y'all readings. I got like 10 minutes to do it. I
Let me
will
get
do it.
out
But
this
y'all
box so
clap
you
it
can
up.
finish your show.
Clap it up for Miss Sunny. Before you go, I'm going to start by doing a reading for you. Did y'all enjoy Sunny? Like, come on, y'all. Put your comments in the,
Okay.
drop your comments. What did you think about Sunny and what she talked about? I think tonight, you know what my topic is going to be tonight? I have an 8 p.m. show, y'all. Usually it's Wellness Wednesdays with Tender, but she has a work commitment, so she can't be here. So I think I'm going to do cultural stereotypes. And I would love for
Mm.
you to come if you're free and just 8 p.m. jump in the box. Anybody, whether you're white or brown or Asian or black, it doesn't matter. I would love for you to jump in the box and talk about how does it make you feel with these cultural stereotypes, right? Do you guys like that topic?
I do.
Sunny,
I love it.
you got balance, girl. You are just
See?
reaching your prime. You are balanced. You are, look at that. I mean, he's floating, surrounded by the angels. You got wings behind you. You got that circle of light around you. So
Yeah.
you're on the up and up, right? You're ascending. This is the ascension card. So keep doing what you're doing. It's the number 11. You notice that? That's the awakening number. So you're just really highly blessed and highly favored right now. So keep on doing what you're doing, sis. You are well watched
My
and taken
birthday
care
is 7/11.
of. Ooh, big Leo energy. Big Leo energy. What a Leo's at in here?
Oh no, I'm a
Yeah.
Cancer. I'm a Cancer.
Oh, that's
Sun, moon,
Cancer.
and everything is in Cancer. I'm a true Cancer.
Big Cancer energy. No wonder you're so emotional.
Yes, exactly. Everything is in Cancer.
Two of my best friends are Cancers, and I'm like, why? Me as a Capricorn, because I'm opposite. I'm like, why do y'all have so many feelings? So much feelings. So much feelings.
It works some
But
for the better sometimes, sometimes it don't.
I love you, sis. Thank
We
you
love
so
y'all.
much.
See you tonight.
Yes, y'all. If y'all fave Sunny, and if you want to see her, she'll be back again tonight in my 8 p.m. stream. We're gonna be doing. I'll make a flyer, and we're gonna be doing cultural stereotypes tonight. All right. Before we head out, would you like a reading? This is the end of our show, y'all. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for enjoying your time with me. Did you enjoy your time with me? Right? All right, let's go. Eli said one. So put a one in the comments if you'd like a message from spirit. This is just like a little light psychic reading. Eli, temptation. This is the addictions card. This is the junk food, the staying up too late watching TV, spending too much time on social media, right? This is just a gentle reminder from spirit. You got to remember the choices. The choices make or break you. So you got to be aware of your choices. All right, love. Savage, you are undergoing a transformation. So if things seem out of control right now, it's okay. You're just emerging from the cocoon, getting ready to sprout some wings there. So just if you can, be easy about the confusion or the non-clarity you're having right now, because you're going through some sort of transformation and you will get all the clarity you need. All right. Double D, power. Look at you, bro. You are stepping into your divine masculine energy. All right. You're becoming wise. You're becoming stronger, more courageous. So enjoy this shift of power that is happening for you. You're going to start making choices that represent that. All right. Gambit, you got patience. The things that you were wanting for your life are on the way to you. This is just a little reminder from spirit that don't get upset or don't become hopeless. What you want is on its way to you. It's going to find you. All right. You're welcome, Bruce. You're welcome, everybody. Enteros, thank you. Thank you, Z, for all the gifts. I really appreciate you guys being here. And I thank you for the gifts because remember, my top gifter is going to get a special reading. Right now it's Savage. And I think Savage, if you are you going to be available at 8 p.m. tonight? Or shall I do it now? Because I can do your reading now. Thank you, King. Thank you, Angie Maria. And Angie Maria, I still owe your sister a reading. I did not forget. So I'm going to stop the recording for YouTube. For those of you on YouTube, my name is Top Badge Uma B 1111. So if you want to come to streams, I'm on the Plenty of Fish app. You can come here, come to the live streams, click on my name, Uma B 1111, find me, favorite me, and then come and hang out here with everybody. All right.